and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, then don't forget to subscribe down below, and without much further ado, let's get on with the video. Hello everyone, I hope you are doing good on this lovely sunny day as it is right now for me when I'm filming this. As I'm sure a lot of you know, I like to collect things. I have a lot of materialistic goods. I collect Funko Pops, I collect Tsum Tsums, I collect pins, I collect Harry Potter ones, I have some Lego sets. I just kind of like collecting things. But one thing I don't think I've necessarily spoken about here on my channel is Jim Shore figurines and just Disney figurines in general. I love Jim Shore's figurines so much because they are so detailed and they're kind of like carved wood but not wooden, if that makes sense. But it just has that very original, individual carving aesthetic to it. Now before I show you my collection, I should probably say where you can buy these from in case anyone is interested in them. The best places that I've found are F.HAYNES and H. Samuel, which are two jewelers here in the UK. Also there is a Jim Shore website, both for the US and the UK. And then eBay, Amazon and the Disney Store websites do tend to have quite a few on there. Now going straight into my collection, I'm going to start with a piece that isn't actually Jim Shore. It is part of the Disney Showcase collection and it is then part of their Masquerade collection. It's a lot of collections going on, but it is this one just here of Adam from Beauty and the Beast. He is in human form and then he has the little masquerade mask, which is the Beast. It's the Beast. I don't know what just happened there. I kind of short-circuited. I was looking at this for literally years and then my parents got it for me for Christmas, I think it was last year, and I love him so much. Unpopular opinion, but the live action Beauty and the Beast I prefer to the original. I do not know why, I genuinely cannot explain it. But Evermore from the live action one is one of my favourite songs and thus made me fall in love with Beast more than I was already in love with him. So we love Adam just here, and I'm going to put him back in his place, which is right behind me just here because he deserves to be back on the shelf, you know, just looking over us all Beast-like. What? There we go, he's just chilling. Now moving on to the Jim Shore figurines, the first one I have is this little guy just here, and he is one of the Pegasus from Fantasia. And I know that my mum actually got me this one because she thought it was Pegasus from Hercules, but little did she know that I actually really like Fantasia. Night on Bald Mountain is my favourite of the shorts, but I love the concept of it and I love why it was created as a means of experimentation for future animation styles and all that kind of stuff. So this little guy is just really cute and he's really angry and I love it. Like, I love it so much. But as I said, it's got that kind of like wooden carved aesthetic going on, if you can see that. And there's like a consistency with this pattern on all Jim Shore, which I think is the reason why I love it so much, because it's like each character is so different, yet that is the common ground between everything in this collection. The next one I have I also got from my parents, and it is Jacques just here. Now Jacques is from Cinderella, obviously. I don't know how you wouldn't know that, but there you go. Cinderella is one of my favourite Disney princess movies. I love Cinderella as the character and I also love all the little characters in it. Jacques is one of my favourite Disney characters in general, actually. I love him. I love him in the third Cinderella film because he goes into a human form, and I would love to cosplay human Jacques at some point. But the reason why I actually got this one wasn't necessarily because he was one of my favourite characters and because Cinderella was one of my favourite films, but I'd actually Disney bounded Jacques the last time we went to Florida, and my mum wanted to kind of commemorate that Disney bound by getting me this little guy for Christmas. As I said, there is this consistency with the pattern on these figurines, and also this one has its own little platform, so he just stands up, living his best life, you know, just being a cutie. Moving on to one of my favourite Disney characters that is the most of one character I have in this collection that I have. Did that make any sense? I don't know. I collect Stitch Jim Shore specifically. That was how this kind of all started. That was the first one that I bought, was a Stitch one. I'm just obsessed with Stitch, okay? He's one of my favourite Disney characters. My mum thinks that Lilo and Stitch is the first film that I ever saw in the cinema, so yeah. The first one is this little guy just here, and this is Devil Stitch. Again, he is on one of these little platforms and it has a little pumpkin on it. I was looking at this one for so long because he came out at a Halloween, I think 2 or 3 years ago, and they had like Mickey, Minnie, Stitch, and I think a couple of other characters. But it was just this guy just here. Like, look at him. Look at that detail. Like, ugh, I love him. Also, this is the heaviest one I have. Like, it's a lot heavier than it looks. And another reason why I really like this one is because it reminds me of Lucifer, which is the TV series, which is one of my favourite TV series. So it just kind of encompasses all of my favourite things. And the next one I have is this little guy just here, and he is reading The Ugly Duckling, which of course is a moment in the film. I was looking at this one for so long. So long. But I finally have him, and I love him so much. And it's so detailed. It's so detailed, in fact, that it actually has the Ugly Duckling pages in the book. Like, it's just so cute, and oh, I love you, Stitch. I love you. And then the final Stitch one I have, which is probably my favourite of them because it was the one I was looking at for the longest amount of time, is this little guy just here. Now, again, it's another moment from the film. It is Stitch when he saves the frog from the lorry, and the frog is a reason why I really liked this figurine, because look at that face. The frog is so confused, doesn't really know why it's there, it's just along for the ride, you know. But another reason why I really liked this figurine is because he's in full alien form. He isn't four-arm Stitch. He's got his 6 arms, he's got his, like, things on his back, and he has his little antenna, and I just love him so much because you very rarely see full alien Stitch, you know? You usually see him just like this. But we like him like this as well. We're coming on to the last 2 figurines I have, and this one I'm about to show you I got from Epcot. I believe it was 2018, I think, and I got it from the collectibles store, which is near Spaceship Earth. I got Figment. Figment. The Horns of a Dilemma with all the calm and reserve of a children's birthday party. I love Figment so much. He is one of my favourite, actually no, I think he is my favourite park character and one of my favourite like Disney characters in general. I loved him when he was part of the Dreamfinder and Figment duo. I would love for them to one day do like a throwback meet and greet and have Dreamfinder meet with Figment because I love him so much. But as I said, again, there is that consistency with the patterning on all of these figurines, and this one also has a bit on the front just here, and again he has a little platform. We just what are they, do you mind? And then the final Jim Shore that I have is my prized possession. I think it took me 3 years to get this one because I genuinely believed it would never come back in stock. I thought the only way for me to get it would be to buy it from, you know, a second party who would have hiked the price up. But no, this one I actually got for Christmas from my parents, and it is Hades, one of my favourite Disney villains and one of my favourite Disney films. I know there's a talks of the live action, okay? All I ask is that Danny DeVito still plays Phil. That's it. But Hades is one of my favourite characters, and as I said, one of my favourite films, so this one I just had to have as soon as I saw it, and waiting 3 years for it kind of made it better, you know. It's made it more prized in my collection, and it does actually have Hercules and Meg on the front here. Staircase turns into his cape. It's very, very cool and interesting, and Jim Shore does this a lot with their figurines. I know there's one of Maleficent, and I think her like torso is Philip fighting Dragon Her, I think, if I remember correctly. And there's ones of like Beauty and the Beast, and then the inside is like a moment from the film, and I just really like the idea that you can show so much while also showing just a character. Do you get what I mean? It's very cool. I've said you get what I mean so much. Do you get what I mean? You know? You know. You know. But yeah, Hades is a favourite here, and he's actually lighter than he looks. And I realise now me holding these like this is probably terrifying to some of you, but I have got secure hold, I promise. And those are all of my Disney figurines, and I know there are a couple more that I would really, really like. I think the ones I've got my eyes on at the moment, there is a Mystery Machine one. I know it's not Disney, but Scooby-Doo Jim Shore, okay? It's on the Jim Shore US website. It's amazing. Another one I'm interested in is there's one of Aurora in her blue dress dancing with Philip, and I need that in my life because blue dress Aurora, to me, is supreme, okay? She is better than pink dress Aurora, okay? Blue dress Aurora is in the film more than pink dress. It bothers me. Every time I watch the film, I'm like, why is she known for her pink dress when she literally wears the blue one the majority of the film, you know? Even when she's waking up from her sleep, she's wearing her blue dress. Okay. Those are my Jim Shores and my Jim Shore hopes and dreams. If you enjoyed seeing this collection and you want to watch other videos that I do Disney videos, theme park videos, makeup videos, whatever really comes into my head videos, then please do not forget to subscribe just here, and then just here will be a link to a previous video. But until next time, bye!